Hello everyone, I am Joseph Clare, the Conservative Pothead. Welcome to my video blog. It is, let me check real quick, yes, April 28th, 2009. I usually do a video blog about a certain topic, but tonight I've decided to do one about the news of the day. There's a lot of news going on, so we can get right to it. First of all, the biggest news of the day, the biggest political news of the day at least, is Arlen Specter, who is a senator from Pennsylvania. He switched from the Republican to the Democratic Party. Now, for most people who follow politics, this doesn't come as a very big surprise. It is a little bit of a surprise, but we've known it for a long time that Arlen Specter votes for the Democrats most of the time. So, it's not really that big of a deal. It also shows that there's not much difference between the political parties. I mean, the man can just be a Republican one day and a Democrat the next day. What really is the difference? I mean, there's semantic differences, and there's differences of degrees about which party wants to spend more. Well, both want to spend more, but how much more is the question. Of course, if you saw the Rasmussen poll yesterday, Toomey is up 21 points over Specter in the Republican primary. So the only way Specter's going to get re-elected in 2010 is to become a Democrat. So he did. We'll see what happens. I hope he gets beat. I'm going to try to help as much as I can to get him beat. We'll see. Of course, President Obama told him that they're thrilled to have him. Apparently, Joe Biden, since the inauguration, has spoke to Arlen Specter 14 times. I guess trying to get him into the fold, the Democratic fold, and I guess it worked. On March 17th, and again on April 16th, I think, Arlen Specter said he was not going to go to the Democratic Party. He says it's very important to have the checks and balances, and I guess he didn't want to give them the 60-member filibuster-proof majority or whatever. But he did, so it is what it is. Second story I want to talk about, the Air Force One debacle over New York City. For those of you who don't know, one of the planes that served as Air Force One flew over New York City with an F-16 escort. It was supposed to be a photo op for the Department of Defense, I guess, supposedly. There's a memo out from the FAA. It's picked up by somebody in New York City, station in New York City, television station, that the feds knew that exactly what they were doing. They knew this was going to cause panic, but they told officials in New York City not to say anything. They forbid them from saying anything. So we'll see how that story goes. The photo op, the entire thing cost about $330,000, $328,835 of wasted money. I don't know. It's just pure stupidity. Why do we need more pictures of Air Force One? Why is it flying low over New York City with F-16s? Why do we need that picture? You know, with the buildings or whatever. I don't. That gets to my next thing. You know, Obama's 100 days is coming up. His approval rating according to Gallup, people who say he's doing a good or a great job, is 56%, which is lower than just about any president since Gallup has been keeping these polls. Lower even than George W. Bush, who is supposedly the worst president of all time. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of people are no longer approving of Obama because he's governing much farther from the left than they thought he would. He ran as a centrist, and he's not a centrist. That's a joke. He's a leftist, he's a socialist, and that's the way he's governing. Besides that, you go with all the debacles and the gaffes and all that stuff. He's an inexperienced man. He's not qualified to be president. His staff is not qualified. I mean, how many different staff members have had tax problems, and it's just awful. And the teleprompter thing, I mean, I don't know. Like, if I saw Glenn Beck the other day, he said that, you know, I'd rather have someone like George Bush who mispronounced words than someone who's just incapable of speaking without a teleprompter. And without, you know, the words scrolling in front of his face. But we have Obama. You know, the liberals say he's done a great job in his 100 days because his approval ratings are supposedly so high. They're lower than most presidents at this point. Most presidents are popular at this point unless you really screw up, and he's working on it. I don't know what stupidity he'll come up with tomorrow. It'll be interesting to watch. It would be funny if I didn't live in this country, and if he wasn't my president. Anyway, the final thing tonight I want to talk about before I end this video blog. By the way, while I'm thinking of it, you're watching this video blog on conservativepothead.blogspot.com. Tell your friends. Also go over and click my little Google ads. Go and buy a vaporizer. All that good stuff. Last thing, of course, the big story is the swine flu. Now, I'm taping this in April 28, 2009. It's almost 11 o'clock on the East Coast. 11 at night. There are cases popping up all over. States are coming up with different cases. There's a confirmed case now in Indiana. Cases in New York City have risen to 45. The CDC says we fully expect we will see deaths. It's chaos in Mexico City. They're ordering all eateries closed. I don't know, people are dying in Mexico City. It's obviously here. The CDC has admitted there's nothing they can do. They're just gonna have to go the way it goes, which I don't know. Usually the government's so on things. So we're gonna fix this and we're gonna take care of this, but they pretty much admitted now that there's no much they can do about this. And I guess Jared Napolitano is in charge. That's awful. It really is awful. They have yet to do anything with the borders. I don't understand that. I mean, it seems we would stop letting people from Mexico into this country, at least for now, until we figure out what this is, but I don't know. I guess not. So, if you get swine flu, I feel bad for you. If I get it, I feel bad for me. It's going to suck. But we'll see how bad things get. You know, 15,000 people a year die of the flu in this country. They're investigating 2 maybe possible deaths in Los Angeles from swine flu. So as of right now, it's not that big a deal. But tomorrow is another day, and in a couple weeks it could be the worst thing that ever happened. I don't know. We'll have to see. So anyway, that's been my video blog for tonight. A little bit of the news of the day for April 28, 2009. I'm the Conservative Pothead. Thank you all for checking me out. Tell your friends about my blog, my video blogs. I'll see you all later. Peace out.